I don't know about you, but I am feeling exhausted. And I think a lot of people are feeling the same. Whether it's COVID fatigue or whether it's because we've just been working so hard to deal with the disruption that we're dealing with, whether it's all of the other factors from maybe homeschooling kids to empathy and concern for people who've lost their jobs, who've been sick. It's tough at the moment, and we are battling. Your staff, your colleagues are battling as well. Now, I am seeing more and more of my clients taking this very, very seriously. And I thought I'd share just 3 things that I've heard recently from 3 different clients that I thought were spectacular. The first was a client that has decided to do what they call Easy Fridays. There's another client that's doing no meeting Fridays. And I think those 2 are very similar things. The Easy Friday is to just say that as far as possible, you should not set up any meetings on a Friday with your colleagues. You should not plan to connect with your colleagues unless there's something absolutely urgent, or it's more done in a friendly way or in a way that's for connection rather than for work. If there's work that you are looking at on a Friday, you've got to ask yourself, do I have to do it today? Or could I leave it for Monday? And you've got to, if you're thinking of sending an email, sending a message, asking a colleague for something, Easy Friday just reminds you to ask, do we have to do it today? Or could we possibly leave it till Monday? That includes, by the way, sending messages, even if you don't need a response. It's about putting pressure on other people. Why would you do that? You do that to give everybody just a gap. It's not a gap to be lazy, to do nothing. It's a gap to take it a little bit easier, to catch up maybe on some admin or some work. It's an Easy Friday or a no meetings Friday. I love it. The second thing that I've seen done was a client who has said, we realize that with everybody working so hard, with everybody pushing so hard, one of the things that might be missing is your own personal development. Your personal development can also come informally. So it isn't just about going on courses or taking time to formally develop yourself, but because we're not in the office together, you don't have the opportunity to just go along to a colleague's desk and say, please help me just understand this, or, can you give me some insight into something? And that might just take 10, 15 minutes, but it's this constant upgrading of your knowledge, your insight, and even sometimes your skill set. And so because we're missing out on both formal improvement opportunities and also these informal moments of self-development, this company has told their people that they have to take I think it's a 3-hour chunk out of a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday morning or afternoon. So they get to choose, be a little bit flexible in how you do it. Once a month, the company does something. So they take 3 hours on a Tuesday morning. Another client I know takes 3 hours on a Thursday afternoon, and they do something a little bit more formal. But on the other weeks in the month, you are required, your bosses insist, and the bosses actually demonstrate this by doing it themselves. You take time out to do what? To do reading, to watching a video that will update your skills, maybe to improve some of the skills you need to improve, like practicing Zoom meetings. So you get a whole lot of people together and you do a 1-hour test where you practice breakaway rooms and whiteboards and using Mentimeter and things like that. So it's a essentially formalized moment to say, this is not time off, but this is time for you to catch up on reading, to do some development, to do some thinking work, to do some skills upgrade. This is not optional. This is something that you absolutely need to do. And then the third thing that I'm seeing happening, and this is happening in a lot of clients, and I really, really do like this one, is that everybody is beginning to schedule meetings shorter. Of course, generally that is something we should be aiming to do. Have more shorter meetings. Rather than one long one a week. Have multiple meetings, but have them shorter. But it's going beyond that. If you feel you need to have an hour-long meeting, you schedule it for 50 minutes, even 45. If it only needs to be a half an hour meeting, you schedule it for 20. Literally, when you send a meeting request, you schedule it for only 22 minutes or 47 minutes. Maybe even a weirder number than being sort of on the decimal is even better, because it makes the point that I'm going to give you time to recover. I'm going to give myself time to recover. And then try and stick to that. Might even be better to start the meeting slightly later. So if it's an hour-long meeting from 10 till 11, schedule it to start at 5 past 10 and schedule it to finish at 5 to 11. And in that way, we give ourselves time to recover. So we've got to start thinking differently, not just at a strategic level, not just as a sort of COVID response level, but we've got to start thinking about how we maintain our energy during this COVID disruption, and even how we build our energy. By doing things together as a team and us as individuals that actually build into us. More and more companies are starting to take this seriously, because they know that if they don't, their people are going to be wiped out. And if their people are wiped out, their business is dead. So these are not just small things, these are huge, significant things that we need to think about. And I hope that those 3 ideas give you some insight and encouragement to make some changes in the way you and your team engage with each other at the moment. If you would like any further insights, any further assistance or help with getting the most out of your remote teams and in building a culture that can thrive during disruption, well, please get in touch with myself or our team at Tomorrow Today Global. We'd love to help you to do just that.